All right, let's do this. Hello, my name is Charlotte Adele with two L's, and this is my testimony to how I became a Christian and believing in Jesus. I've been feeling to do this video for a while, so it may be long. I don't know where this will go, but I'm just gonna roll with it. I'm just gonna tell a story about my life and just be really vulnerable and just say what I've been through and my experience. Hopefully it helps people. Hopefully it, I don't know, maybe sparks an interest or just does some kind of like positive thing in the world. So, a bit of my background. I wasn't raised Christian in a Christian household. I was raised, if any kind of religion, probably New Age. My mom was really into New Age, and I was always raised with like Reikis and um what else, like tarot cards, angel guides, things like that. So I always knew there was like some type of higher power, and I always just thought when I was younger, like there is just something more than what I see, and I always thought there was a spiritual realm. So yeah, blah blah blah. Went through life, got into my teenage years, and that's where I think a lot of things go downhill. Especially for me. When I turned like 13, 14, started like doing drugs, started smoking, started like kind of going down that lifestyle, and that's what I wanted to do. That was where I found my peace, and that was like my life. Like I wanted to do that with my life for the rest of my life, like just drink and do drugs and party and like really try and fill that hole that we all have. Yeah, so I would be doing that a lot. That's basically all I thought about. That's what my life revolved around. And just in those years of like 13 to 17, I was just like extremely unproductive with my life. And yeah, I just remember feeling really empty and just like, what am I doing? Like, what's the point of all of my life? Like, what's the point of this? Like, what am I here for? And yeah, so then after that, I got into underage clubbing. So I'd go out a lot with friends into clubs. I would steal my like sister's ID. So ratchet, but like I did that and I lived that life. And that just caused like lots of tension in my family. It really put a strain on me and my mum's and my sister's relationship a lot because I would just be lying all the time and just sneaking out all the time and just being really distant and sterile and just a foul person to be around and just negative and really selfish because all I wanted to do was do that, and I would just stop at nothing to get that fix and to get that like I'm a bad girl sort of thing. like um yeah, so that was basically what I was doing. And now looking back, I remember in those times I just really felt sad. I was sad and I was like, I don't know. I don't know if people ever feel like that, but you're just like, no party or nothing, no drug is like ever enough, and you just feel really depleted at the end of it, but you want to keep doing it because the feeling of like being on pills or being on whatever was like amazing, and you just want to get that back over and over again. And like I remember I was like a busker and I would like busk for my tequila shots that I would do after. That's like a kind of like my thinking. Like I was just like, that's all I want to do is just buy drinks and just get drunk and just party, party, party. And yeah, so that, as I said, put a strain on my own mental well-being. Yeah, I just didn't feel like myself in that time. I also like kind of struggled in school because like I was, when you're living that lifestyle every weekend, it takes a lot out of you and you're tired all the time and you're irritable because you're coming down, like you've just got all of that stuff going on as well. So yeah, it was just living that sort of like life that I think a lot of teenagers really go through. But yeah, I kind of went through it at like a youngish age, and it just like got deeper and deeper. And yeah, if I could say more, like I remember being in the club or something, and um like you just want to go hard. You know what I mean? Like people will know what I mean. Like you just want to like reach the limit where you're just like, I'm so like plastered or whatever. And yeah, but I remember being one night out, and I remember like everything like just stopped still, and I just got this wave of emotion, and like in my like spirit, in like my soul, or some place of part of me that I didn't even know existed, that was just like, you don't belong here, like you don't belong here. And it was like really a big conviction, like this is not what your life is supposed to be like this is not what you were born to do. But I would always fight that and just keep going and keep going and keep doing it. And yeah, it was just like, it was like, to me, it's like just chasing, like a dog chasing its tail. It's like, it's right in front of you, but you're just never going to reach that like satisfaction ever. For me personally, I just never was like, this is my meaning. Like you think it is, but it's really not your identity. But well, for me personally, I didn't feel like that was my identity. And yeah, and those times I really was depressed. Like people wouldn't know it, but I was like depressed, and I like, you know, would hurt myself. Like, that's what, that was my reality. I was sad as hell. I think a lot of teenagers go through that. So I think that's like a kind of relatable thing for a lot of teenagers, where you just are sad and you're just depressed basically, and you just feel like you're crap at everything. Like I was doing singing, and I just feel so bad at singing and so bad at everything, and so much self-doubt and really like deep self-loathing. Like I really hated myself. Like plain and simple, I hated myself. Yeah, and it was just like living a life where it's just trying to please yourself. Like you're just trying to, it's just about you. Everything's about you. You're like, it's me, like, oh, I'm doing it for this, like, yeah, like me, like whatever. But you just, I don't know, I just never reached that satisfaction ever. What else? Yeah, and it was just like a life of just like rebelling. It was just like, and I know a lot of teenagers go through that, so it's not like nothing special, like, oh my god, you're so hardcore, like, ooh. But yeah, I know that, but it was, yeah. Anyway, it's each to their own. But basically, I was going down that road from like 13 to 17. It was just getting worse and worse. And yeah, just trying to fit in with the crowd, fit in with what was popping. Like, that's what all the kids were doing. So I was doing it. Well, actually, it wasn't what all the kids were doing. It's what a small minority was doing. But then, my mum, bless her soul. Bless her soul. Mums are the best. You know, if you got a mum, you should just go hug her right now, because mums are seriously amazing warriors. They're warriors. All right? Anyway, so my mother, Helen of Troy, yeah, she started going to this church, and she would make my ass go. But I just went just to make her happy and be like, I'm like good. I'm like so good. And then after, girl, I was getting lit. So yeah, it was like a double life for a while. I hated church. I did not believe in anything they were saying. I was like, this is just like not relevant in today's society. Like Christianity, what are you doing? You know, what is it? Like, I just thought it was like irrelevant, like it was for losers. I just felt really weird about it. Like they're all praying and they're all doing this, like they're all doing that. Like, what are they doing? What are they doing? Like, what are they doing, really? But yeah, I kept going back, and as the gospel was like being preached every single week, I would go back to make my mum happy. Yeah, it would just like get into my spirit, as I say. It would just like, kind of resonate with me and be like, this kind of makes sense now. It's kind of making sense. Like we are fallen, like man is fallen, like we are all broken to some extent, and we're all looking for something that we just trying to find in different areas, in other people, and in drugs, in sex, in this and that. And it's a love, really. For me, it was like a love. It was a love that could fulfill you, and every part of you, that could just be like, this is like who you are. That's really what I was searching for, was like my identity. And yeah, as I kept going, I was like, okay, this kind of is okay. I still thought Christians were really weird, and even me doing this video, like, I'm triggered. But like, I'm just gonna do it because, I've had an experience, I've had an encounter that changed my life, so I want to share it with the world, and hopefully someone relates to it or something like that. That's the reason why I'm doing this video. But I'm triggered, but like, I'm doing it anyway. So yeah. Anyways, so then I went and I gave my life to Jesus in the salvation call. I was just like, you know what? I'm going in deep. And I just ran out of my seat. I didn't run. I was so scared. My heart was beating so quick, but I knew, I was like, it's now or never, girl. It's now or never. It was on Resurrection Sunday, girl. Not a fitting time for a salvation. Like, it's the resurrection. So I was like, you know what? if Jesus can't save my ass on the resurrection, when the hell he gonna save me? Yeah, so I ran. I didn't run. I think I did. Anyway, but I went and I was like, I need you. Like, I need you, God, to come into my life and take over, because Lord knows that I could not do it myself, and I was not in a good space. So that happened, and bam, like, Holy Spirit came like a wind, filled me up so deep. It's like, for people it's different, but that's like, for me, what Christianity is sick, because it's like there's a seal. It's the Holy Spirit. Like, you can feel God, you can have an encounter with God. It's not just religious rules to get to good deeds and things like that. That's like, God made the way for you, and all you have to do is just accept this free gift of, like, I can make you right with me, and like, fulfill you, and like, give you identity, give you new life and new thinking. So yeah, the Holy Spirit filled me up, and I was like, hell yeah, I'm feeling this so hard. And I went home and I was like, I was in like utopia. Like, I felt like a new child. I felt like I was just birthed out of the womb again. Like, everything was new, everything was fresh, and I was like, this is, like, my spirit was awake, and I'm like, this is life. Like, this is what it's meant. This is what I'm meant to be doing. I felt so happy and so peaceful. Like, oh, it makes me like emotional, but I felt so joyful. Like, it's a joy you can't explain. It's like everything's gonna be all right. Like, you are in the right place at the right time. Like, you are perfect. So yeah, so that happened, and I became a Christian. I was still like struggling with it for a while. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I was out loud and proud, like telling the hills, like, Jesus is alive, everyone, let me pray for you. Like, it was not like it wasn't like that. It was, I struggled a lot to be like, come to terms that I'm a Christian, because I, like, as I say, backslid a lot and went back and drunk and got and did drugs. Like, this is me being honest, because a part of my testimony is a lot of backsliding. Like, I'm talking 2 years worth of backsliding. Like, it was so frustrating, because I really care about what people think about me, which is a normal human thing. Like, I'm like, I want to fit in with the crowd. I want to live my life. I don't want to be a boring Christian, like, staying at home and praying. Like, not that that's what it's like, but that's what I thought. So I wanted kind of both of best of both worlds. So I backslided here and there, came back, backslid here and there. But God was always so faithful and so gentle, and like, there's no condemnation. It's just like, it's love. So yeah, but yeah, I'm good now. But like, any Christians out there who backslide, like, don't get down on yourself. Like, God is always there for you to pick you up. He's close to you. He's always there for you. And that's just like a word of encouragement from my own life. What else am I going to say? Yeah, but since I came to Christ, like, everything changed. I'm like now currently doing what I love, which is like, I'm a singer, songwriter, music producer, mixer. Like, I just love audio. I'm just an audio nerd. So I'm doing that at the moment, working at a studio, and I'm just like loving my life, which is something you should do. If you live life, you should at least love it. But yeah, like everything good, we good. As they say, we Gucci. Like we are Gucci. But what I was gonna say, yeah, everything good. Not to say that when you become a Christian, it's like daisies and roses. It's like, you go through the valleys, but you know that you've got God with you. And I know, like, in this society, postmodernism, agnosticism, atheism, like, yeah, people will watch this and be like, ooh, this is cringe AF. But, like, I'm going to look back in this and be like, oh my God, this is cringe AF. But, like, I don't care anymore. I'm just like, you know what? Jesus is alive. You got to tell the world. Yeah, this was kind of a quick testimony, not really, but I really hoped this encouraged anyone who is kind of living in that drug fueled party lifestyle, like just go hard or go home, like let me just like smash in all these pills and like just go as hard as I can, and you never really feel fulfilled. Like, hopefully this helps you and can maybe show you another way or something like that. I'm not into like enforcing my beliefs on anyone, but like I just wanted to make this video just to say my life and what I've been through. That's all. And yeah, I love you all so much. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and you'll see me singing really soon. God bless your ass.